Hey, listener. Welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to tackle Tesla. Specifically, we're digging into all the reasons behind the recent surge in optimism surrounding the company. We've got analyst reports, earnings call transcripts, all pointing towards some exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. While Tesla's faced its share of challenges, these sources reveal a real sense of anticipation for what's next. And it's not just about electric vehicles anymore.
Right.
It's about how AI might just catapult Tesla to a whole new level and maybe even reshape industries along the way.
Okay, so we've got projections for delivery growth whispers of new, more affordable models. And of course, the ongoing saga of full self-driving. Plus some bold claims about Tesla's position in the AI landscape that go way beyond cars.
Definitely.
Where do we even begin?
Well, the recent rally in Tesla's share price is a good place to start.
Okay.
This UBS report states that Tesla's Q3 results and commentary were better than expected, giving those bullish on Tesla renewed hope.
Okay, so it's not just hype. There's some substance behind this surge.
Seems to be the consensus. Morgan Stanley, for instance, increased their price target to $310. They have a 6-component valuation model.
Wow.
And a significant portion of that valuation hinges on Tesla's potential in AI ventures like robotaxis and those humanoid robots we keep hearing about.
Speaking of robots, remember that Tesla AI Day, Elon Musk claimed they had the most advanced humanoid robot by a long shot.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something substantial there, or is it just more of his signature showmanship?
Well, Musk is known for bold pronouncements. It's true. But it's crucial to consider Tesla's vertical integration.
Okay.
Unlike many companies dabbling in robotics, Tesla controls the entire process from AI development to large-scale manufacturing. That's a significant advantage, and it's reflected in the market's valuation of Tesla's non-auto ventures.
That makes sense. It's like the difference between Apple's closed ecosystem and the more fragmented world of Android. So beyond the share price, what are the analysts saying about Tesla's overall prospects?
Well, UBS seems to think that Tesla has weathered the storm in terms of profitability concerns. They believe that the near to midterm worries about growth are alleviated.
So a sense of cautious optimism.
Exactly. And that sentiment is echoed by Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
They see Tesla as well-positioned for long-term growth, not just because of their lead in the EV market, but also because of the breadth and depth of their technical capabilities.
It sounds like Tesla's really trying to position itself as a leader in multiple areas, not just electric vehicles.
Right. And this multi-pronged approach is reflected in Musk's predictions during the recent earnings call.
Oh, yeah.
He's forecasting vehicle growth in the range of 20% to 30% for 2025.
Whoa.
Which is a pretty bold claim, especially considering the current economic climate.
Yeah, 20 to 30% is a pretty significant jump. What's driving that kind of confidence?
Well, Tesla's pushing hard on affordability. There's been talk of introducing new, cheaper models, and they're making financing options more accessible in various markets.
So they're not just targeting the luxury buyer anymore. They're going for mass appeal.
It seems that way. Plus, let's not forget about the robotaxis. It's expected to reach volume production in 2026 with an ambitious target of at least 2 million units per year. That's a potential game changer in the market, and you can bet it will generate a lot of buzz.
2 million
robotaxis.
I can barely imagine it. But it's not just about the vehicles themselves. Tesla's also making strides in battery technology, right?
Absolutely. The 4680 battery cell they're developing is on track to be the most cost-competitive battery cell in North America.
Okay, so break that down for me. Why is that such a big deal?
Well, it's about making electric vehicles more accessible to the masses. A cheaper, more efficient battery means lower prices and longer range,
Right.
which is crucial for wider EV adoption.
So it's all about that bigger picture. Tesla's not just selling cars, they're trying to build a sustainable future. And that's where things get really interesting with their AI initiatives.
You got it. And it's not just about full self-driving. That's just one piece of the puzzle. They're talking about robotaxis, humanoid robots learning to perform increasingly complex tasks. It's almost like they're stepping into the realm of science fiction, but with real-world applications.
Hold on, let's slow down for a second. I'm still wrapping my head around all of this. We've got a lot of ground to cover here.
You're right. We need to break this down strategically. Let's delve into some of the specific details from the earnings call and analyst reports. That's where the real insights lie.
Sounds good to me. Let's start with the
robotaxis.
Truck projections. 2 million units per year is a mind-boggling number. What are the analysts saying about the feasibility of that goal?
Well, UBS seems pretty confident in Tesla's ability to ramp up production. They point out that the Cybertruck will be built on Tesla's next-generation platform, which should lead to some serious efficiency gains.
Efficiency? What does that even mean in practical terms?
Think miles per kilowatt hour. You know, they're projecting an estimated efficiency of 5.5 miles per kilowatt hour for the Cybertruck. That's pretty impressive for a vehicle of that size and weight.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that kind of efficiency is going to be key if they want to hit those ambitious production targets. But what about those more affordable models that Elon Musk has hinted at? Any updates on that front?
Not really. In fact, UBS expressed some skepticism about the feasibility of a truly affordable Tesla. I mean, Musk has ruled out a $25,000 car that isn't a robotaxi.
Huh.
So it's unclear what those more affordable models might actually look like.
Yeah, it's a bit of a head scratcher.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Tesla's got a few surprises up their sleeve. We'll just have to wait and see. But speaking of surprises, UBS also brought up a potential snag with full self-driving.
Yes, they're not entirely convinced that Tesla's current hardware, what they call Hardware 3, will be powerful enough to reach the safety levels needed for unsupervised full self-driving.
So does that mean all those people who bought full self-driving with Hardware 3 are out of luck?
Not necessarily. Musk has stated that they'll upgrade those vehicles to Hardware 4 for free, but it's still a potential hurdle in their rollout plans.
Man.
And it could get expensive. UBS estimates that there are between 1.5 and 2 million vehicles with Hardware 3 in the U.S. alone. Upgrading all of those would be a significant cost.
True, but you know what impresses me about Tesla is their willingness to just go for it. They're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and they're not afraid to take risks.
That's what makes them so fascinating to watch. They're not just playing it safe, they're swinging for the fences. And that kind of ambition is clearly reflected in how the market is valuing their ventures outside of the traditional auto industry.
What do you mean by that?
Well, UBS did some interesting analysis. They looked at Tesla's overall market value, their market capitalization, and broke it down into different components.
Okay.
They wanted to see how much value the market is assigning to things like energy full self-driving and robotaxis.
Okay, and what do they find?
Their analysis revealed that the market is already valuing Tesla's AI ventures at over $500 billion.
Wow.
That's a huge chunk of their overall market cap.
So basically, the market is betting big on Tesla's AI future. It's like they're saying Tesla isn't just a car company anymore. They're an AI powerhouse in the making.
Exactly. And that's a key takeaway here. Tesla's ambitions go far beyond electric vehicles. They're aiming to be a leader in the AI revolution. Whether they succeed or not, it's going to be an incredible journey to witness.
So where does this leave us, listener? We've covered a lot of ground. We've talked about soaring share prices, glowing analyst reports, and the potential upsides and downsides of Tesla's incredibly ambitious plans.
We've seen that the market is incredibly optimistic about Tesla's future. They're essentially betting on Tesla's ability to deliver on its promises, from volume production of the Cybertruck to widespread adoption of full self-driving.
But there are also risks,
Yeah.
potential hardware limitations, regulatory hurdles, and of course the challenge of execution.
Yes, blind faith is never a good investment strategy. Healthy skepticism is essential. But one thing's for sure, Tesla is a company that knows how to make headlines.
Yeah.
They're disruptors, they're innovators, and they're not afraid to push the envelope.
No doubt about it. But let's shift gears for a moment. We've been focusing a lot on the financial and technological aspects of Tesla. But what about the human element? What about the people behind Tesla's success? It's not just robots building those cars, right?
That's a great point. We often get so caught up in the numbers and the technology that we forget there are real people driving these innovations, people with passion, dedication, and a vision for the future.
Right. And reading through these earnings call transcripts, you can really sense Elon Musk's enthusiasm. He's clearly very passionate about what he's doing. And I think that passion is contagious. It ripples through the whole company.
Absolutely. And it's not just Musk. It's the entire Tesla team. They're all in. They're all committed to this mission of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy.
And that's what makes Tesla so unique, I think. It's not just a company. It's a movement. It's a group of people who believe in a better future, and they're working tirelessly to make it happen. It's inspiring, even if you don't drive a Tesla or own Tesla stock.
I agree. But let's not get too carried away. We still need to be critical thinkers. We need to weigh the evidence, consider the risks, and make informed decisions.
Of course, blind faith is never a good strategy. But a healthy dose of skepticism is always a good thing.
Yeah.
We need to question assumptions, challenge the narrative, and ultimately make up our own minds.
Exactly. So let's step back and look at the bigger picture. We've explored the potential upsides of Tesla's future, but what about the potential downsides? What could go wrong?
Well, one of the biggest risks is competition. The electric vehicle market is getting crowded.
Right. And all of that competition is going to intensify in the coming years. It's going to put pressure on Tesla's market share and potentially force them to lower prices, which could impact their profit margins.
That's a valid concern. And then there's the issue of execution. Tesla has a history of ambitious goals. And sometimes they struggle to meet those goals on time.
Yeah, remember the Model 3 production ramp? That was a real challenge for Tesla. And they've faced similar challenges with other product launches.
Right? So it's important to remember that Tesla's future is not guaranteed. There are a lot of moving pieces, and a lot of things could go wrong.
Absolutely. And speaking of things that could go wrong, let's not forget about the elephant in the room, the regulatory landscape.
Ah, yes. The ever-changing world of government regulations.
Yeah.
That's always a wild card.
Definitely. Tesla is operating in a highly regulated industry, and those regulations can change quickly and unexpectedly.
And those changes can have a major impact on Tesla's business. Think about the recent debates surrounding autonomous driving regulations. Those debates are happening all over the world, and the outcomes are far from certain.
Exactly. Investors need to be aware of the regulatory landscape and how it could affect Tesla's future.
It's not just about government regulations, though. It's also about public perception and social acceptance.
Right.
Tesla is a company that often pushes the boundaries. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo, and sometimes that can rub people the wrong way.
Exactly. And that can lead to backlash, negative press coverage, and even protests.
And that kind of negative attention can damage Tesla's brand and hurt their sales. So it's definitely something investors need to keep in mind.
But it's also worth noting that Tesla has a fiercely loyal customer base.
Yeah.
They're passionate about the brand, and they're often willing to overlook any controversies.
That's true. Tesla has a very dedicated following, and that's a valuable asset. But it's not something that can be taken for granted. Tesla needs to continue to nurture that relationship with their customers and build trust, especially as they move into new markets and introduce new products.
They need to make sure that they're not just appealing to early adopters and tech enthusiasts. They need to appeal to a broader, more mainstream audience. And that can be a tricky balance to strike.
Okay, so we've got a lot of reasons to be optimistic about Tesla's future, but we've also highlighted some potential risks. What's the main takeaway for you, listener?
I think the key takeaway here is that Tesla is a company at the forefront of multiple technological revolutions. They're leading the charge in electric vehicles, autonomous driving, artificial intelligence, and sustainable energy. And they're not showing any signs of slowing down.
Right. They're a company that's constantly pushing the envelope. They're not afraid to take risks, and they're always looking for ways to improve.
And that's what makes them so exciting to watch. They're a company that's always evolving, always innovating, and always looking to the future.
Exactly. So whether you're a Tesla investor or just someone who's interested in the future of technology, Tesla is a company that's definitely worth paying attention to.
Absolutely. They're shaping the world we live in, and they're showing us what's possible when you combine innovation with ambition and a relentless drive to make a difference.
And that's a wrap on our Tesla Deep Dive. We hope you found it informative and insightful.
It's been a pleasure exploring these fascinating sources with you.
And we encourage you to keep those sources coming. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the topics that matter most to you.
Until then, stay curious, keep learning, and keep questioning.
And who knows? Maybe our next deep dive will uncover the answer to the ultimate question. What will Tesla do next?